We're switching things up and we're kind of getting on the level of a really interesting creature this morning and our friends from the Chattanooga Zoo to learn all about their newest collaborations and events coming up this fall. We have Cash on deck as well as Cole Abbot to give us all the details, as well as Reptar, a very interesting lizard friend that we have this morning, courtesy of the Chattanooga Zoo. Thank you all for making the time to be here this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So tell me, we've got to get all the details in Reptar before we get into the logistics of all the different events you guys have coming up very soon. Give me a little bit of the information about specifically this species and what we can learn about him.
So this is Reptar. He is an Argentine black and white tegu. They're going to be found in South America and like northern Argentina, eastern South America, that sort of thing. They are a terrestrial species, so he's going to spend all his time on the ground, but they will dig burrows to hide and to brumate in. Brumate is similar to hibernation, so he's going to spend the winter sleeping, and then in the wild they'll wake up in the spring to breed and start being active again. These guys, unfortunately, are very popular in the pet trade, so they can also be found in southern Florida, where they are invasive because of that. They will lay up to 35 eggs at once, so they can have a lot of babies at one time, and once they get big enough down there, they don't have any predators, and they are omnivores, so they'll eat plants, but they'll also eat animals, and they'll eat eggs. So any nesting species in Florida, they're eating those eggs, and it's hurting those wild populations.
Oh, gotcha. So how long has he been a part of the Chattanooga Zoo?
He's been with us for a few years now. He is 8 years old. They can live to be 20, so he still has quite a life ahead of him.
Still a youngin'.
Yes, he's still pretty young, but he's been with us and part of our ambassador program for 4 or 5 years now.
That's amazing. So this is just one of the incredible species that you guys have at the Chattanooga Zoo. You guys always bring a new friend around, and we love to get to meet them here on News 12. But at the Chattanooga Zoo, you also have a bunch of different fun events going on. I wanted to start off because I know we said like the dog days of summer might be kind of nearing out. Lizard days continue, but also the homeschool days continue. So tell me specifically what that looks like, our homeschool kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So homeschool days at the zoo are this Friday, September 5th, and next Friday, September 12th, from 9 to 3:30 each day. So basically, we just designed like special field trip type days with our homeschool community in mind. Chattanooga has a great, thriving, really big homeschool community, so we wanted to create something specifically for them.
Sure.
So one great part of it is we're charging field trip admission for the homeschool family. So it's only $5 per student, ages 3 through 17, and $10 per adult. So less than half price on both of those for zoo admission. And basically it's just full of a lot of really fun activities, up close animal encounters. Like Reptar, for example, is one of our ambassador animals who lives behind the scenes and not on exhibits. You get to meet a lot of animals that you would not normally see at the zoo. There's fun hands-on activities, crafts, scientific experiments, all kinds of things spread throughout the zoo to just make like an extra fun, super cool day at the zoo. There's a zoo-wide scavenger hunt. So homeschool days are always really big, so we do like timed entry slots. So people have to get their tickets online at chatzoo.org. The discounts are only accessible online as well. So if you show up to the door, you're a homeschool family, you're expecting the discount, you have to do it online. So it's important to know.
Make sure to do it ahead of time. Well, I love that. That's perfect. And something else too we're going to be talking about as we're getting closer to October, it'll be here before we know it, fall break camp. Tell me about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fall break camp. So we do a break camp every time Hamilton County is off for a week. So we do it in the spring, the winter, and then fall break as well, and of course the summer. So the camps are pretty similar to homeschool days, honestly, where you just have a lot of like hands-on activities, up close animal meet and greets and encounters, lots of just educational scientific things and stuff like that. So the camps are really fun. Those fill up pretty quickly as well, especially the break camps. This year it's for kindergarten through 3rd graders. So again, all the information is on chatzoo.org.
Chatzoo.org. And we're going to mention this briefly because we know y'all will be back before then, but tell me a little bit about, we got Boo in the Zoo coming up, Frights and Pints, and also just, zoo memberships all year round. Anything that you guys want to list about that real quick?
That's a good point too. With zoo memberships, a lot of that stuff is either free or discounted. Homeschool days are free for our zoo members. So they don't even have to get tickets, whereas fall break camp is discounted in all of our events, like Boo in the Zoo, got some pictures there from last year, and Frights and Pints are discounted. So Boo in the Zoo is a classic Chattanooga event. We're actually doing it for an extra day this year, so it's October 10th through 31st, just on Fridays and Saturdays.
Gotcha.
So we're doing it the extra day actually on Halloween this year, which will be super fun. And on that, you trick or treat, you do meet and greets with the characters, there's costume contests, there's animal meet and greets, there's all kinds of cool stuff. And then Frights and Pints is sort of the 21+ version of that.
Gotcha.
So that's on October 23rd, that Thursday. There's a VIP section in Frights and Pints that sold out pretty quick last year. So tickets are not on sale for Frights and Pints yet, but I definitely recommend people follow us at Chattanooga Zoo to keep an eye out. Boo in the Zoo is on sale.
Boo in the Zoo on sale.
And like I said, that one goes fast too. It's kind of a classic event. It might be my favorite.
It might
Boone
be
the
your
Zoo
favorite.
might be my favorite.
You guys have a lot of going on.
Yeah, we've got
Well,
the Asian Lantern Festival around the corner too. I like that one a lot
Or a
too.
whole lot of fun. Well, you guys
Yeah.
always do something fun at the zoo, and thank you again for making the time to be here this morning.
Yeah.
To find more about it, chadzoo.org.
Chadzoo.org.
Chadzoo.org for the
That's what you're
latest.
asking.
No, chadzoo.org, and you can support your local zoo, and they would love to have you at Warner Park. You can also go to WDEF.com for the latest information and highlights. Thanks for joining us this morning. We'll be right back after this.